What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Let's go make the donuts. Alright, so this one's gonna be kind of random, even though I do got a couple of, it's not random, but I got just a couple of things, so it's no particular one subject I'm talking about. First, I'm gonna tackle the comments that Shane Battier made about LeBron James and Dwayne Wade, but anyway, so he was saying, he was on a Draymond Green's podcast, and he was saying that when he was in Miami, he was telling Dwayne Wade and LeBron, hey, if you want to get more assists, you're gonna have to hit me better in my shot pocket. That's what it's basically come down to. He said that Tracy McGrady was a better passer like that than those two. Now, just a little background. Shane Battier came from Duke. He played a little while in Vancouver when they were the Grizzlies, when they turned into the Memphis Grizzlies. He was a defensive mainstay on that team. He went to Cleveland, and then he went to Houston too. Might be in reverse order, but those are the three teams I can remember him playing for. And Shane Battier was a cerebral player, dependable spot-up three-point shooter, really good defensive player, and a solid guy to have on your team overall. And he was on Miami. If I remember correctly, LeBron really wanted him because he played with Kobe. I mean, he was on that Houston team that played against Kobe. Anyway, but I might be wrong on that. Cause I think anyway, I'm all over the place. Hey man, I ain't been on in a minute. I'm trying to get my foot in it back, man. Anyway, but Shane Battier, since he's retired out the league, you don't really hear too much out of him. I mean, recently I've seen him talking, and it wasn't just on Draymond Green's podcast. And so, like I've said in my videos that's talking about LeBron, the longer he goes, the more he's gonna get exposed, because it's just like that. You wear your welcome out. He done stayed in too long. I mean, he done stayed in longer than any other NBA player. He's coming up on that. He's gonna be playing longer than any other NBA player in history. And it doesn't seem like there's no end to it. So it is what it is. But sometimes you need to, say that's my time, and then I'll be out, instead of still trying to keep it moving. But I mean, these comments are basically bring to light that a lot of this stuff that you've heard about LeBron James being a pass first guy, this, that, and the other, is a little overblown. I'm gonna be conservative here and say it's a little overblown, but we all know how overblown it is. So NFL preseason tonight. The Washington Commanders played. Who did they play? Washington Commanders played. Dang it. But I was just trying to. Jaden Daniels. I like Jaden Daniels, man. I like Jaden Daniels. I like Tampa Bay this year. I like, I like the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers too. Rams, they pretty good. It depends on Matt Stafford if they season gonna come together like it could. If they don't have Matt Stafford, it's gonna be a little dicey. Little dicey. I mean, Dallas Cowboys stuff, it ain't really nothing to report there. They not coming any closer to a deal. And although it's been some interesting trades that's been thrown out there, it was one about the Packers, but then it was another one of him going to the Rams, which I don't think that's gonna happen. Because but the interesting thing about that is that Aaron Donald just said that if Micah Parsons come back, I mean, if Micah Parsons is traded to the Rams, he'd come out of retirement, which I think is a little bit of cap. I mean, but to me, it seemed like he retired abruptly after that title. He said he was out, which was kind of, to me it seemed kind of like he was just ready to get that title out the way and then be gone. I think he played maybe one more year after that title, but that's not gonna happen. But I keep saying it might not happen. It probably won't happen. But Micah Parsons getting traded to another team would not be all that bad. It'd be good for the Cowboys, possibly depending on what they get back as far as a player. It might be better than Micah Parsons for the team. It might be better, and Micah Parsons might improve. So, but I don't think anything gonna happen. It's the same drama every year with Jerry Jones. Same drama. What else been going on? Oh, well, I mean, like, I thought it was interesting. It's been a couple of days now. It might have been almost a week. But David Justice was on the All the Smoke podcast, and he said that Halle Berry, he didn't want to. He decided he didn't want to be with Halle Berry as far as marrying her because she didn't cook or clean. She wasn't a motherly type. A lot of women were outraged. I mean, the cooking and cleaning thing. I'm pretty. I'm pretty flexible on that because I mean, like, I'm a cook. I can cook for myself. I was taught to cook for myself. So I mean, like, a woman being in my life wouldn't make that big of a difference. But if the woman doesn't have any kind of idea or want to try to nourish her family like that, that's a whole nother thing. But he said the thing that stuck out to me the most was he said he didn't think that she was gonna be like a motherly type. And David Justice been married for a minute. He got 5 kids, 4 or 5 kids. Been married for a minute, so I mean, David Justice was back in the days. I knew David Justice from the Braves. The Braves used to come on TBS all the time, all the time. Sometimes I used to watch the baseball game because it really wasn't nothing else to watch, and I end up getting an eye for baseball because one of my favorite teams of the early 90s was the Cincinnati Reds. I forgot that pitcher, but he was like, I think he was Dominican or Latino. I forgot his name, but they wore him out. They wore him out. Cincinnati Red teams, the Minnesota Twins, the Detroit Lions of that time. I remember that. I remember watching that game between Jack Morris, when Jack Morris was pitching that. I think it was a no-hitter in the playoffs. I just remember his eyes. Like, I remember that game like it was the other day. But yeah, man, just thought I'd, hit y'all off with something. Like I done cooked. I hadn't posted in a couple of days. Trying to give myself a little room, a little air. And also, but that's I can make another video for that, maybe in the morning. But that's pretty much all that I got. I'm almost to the donut shop. Grandpa out.